Everybody, today we're taking a look at creating a single photo that from a series of photos that will allow you to track the path, in this particular case, of a basketball shooter shooting a free throw. So this is comes from Dan Myers, Does the Ball Go in the Hoop? And I just wanted to recreate it to have one of our own students shooting the ball and to create this little tutorial in case anybody's wondering on how to create an image that has multiple images of the ball on its path towards the hoop. So here we go. I've created these images simply using my iPhone. I've pressed and held down the camera button or the photo button, and when you press and hold that down on a 5S, it will rapidly take photos. So if I just fire through those, you'll see those are the photos in succession of each other, and I want my students to kind of play with this photo and be able to predict whether that ball goes in the hoop or not. And we also want them to get the angle of trajectory, the initial velocity, so on and so forth. So here we go. We're going to start by opening up Keynote. We just created a blank canvas in Keynote, and I'm going to drag my photos from iPhoto onto Keynote. When you do that, you see it fills the entire canvas of Keynote. And now let's take this next one. Okay, and when I drop the second one on, you see that it fully covers the first one. But if I double click on that photo, I'm now able to crop this, and I'm just going to grab that left edge, that left handlebar, and I'm going to drag that across so I can have a view of that first photo underneath that second photo. So you kind of see this funny two-handed thing here. Well, here's the basketball from the first photo that's underneath, and here's the basketball from the second photo. Let's repeat this. Okay, so you can see that I've laid those photos on top of each other there. Now there's a little bit of imperfection within some of these photos. You notice the yellow aqueduct up here at the top, or not aqueduct, but this yellow HVAC tubing or whatever that is up there at the top. It's a little bit off, so I'm just going to try to get those yellow lines to appear to be totally straight so that my ductwork is straight. So that way, hopefully the path of this ball is more true to what it really was. So here's where I'm going to stop it, and I need to now export this from Keynote. So I'm going to go File, Export, save it as an image, and that's going to save. We'll take this as B-ball shot to the desktop. And once it's there on my desktop, if I just close all these guys down, you can see here, B-ball shot, double click there, here's my JPEG image. And now I can get this to my students. They can put it into Desmos, and then they can start to manipulate their data. So from Desmos, you can just simply hit Import Image. Oops. There we go. And then you can move that around, and you can resize that, and you can start to have students play around with modeling the data. You can have them plot points into a table. So you might end up looking something like this one here. Or you can have students do this. So here students would follow the path of that ball by plotting those points and making a table of x1, y1. They might use a regression in Desmos to then model that path and be able to predict whether that gets into the hoop or not. So I hope that's been helpful.